All right, let's jump right into this. Welcome to this Executive Explainer. Look, if you're a senior leader, your time is absolutely your most valuable asset, so we're going to operate with a strict bottom line up front approach today. We are looking at a critical and honestly largely unmanaged vulnerability living inside your enterprise network right now. It's a structural flaw in how modern businesses operate, and until today, it might have been completely invisible to you. Our intelligence source for this briefing is Astranova Labs. You probably know them. They're really at the forefront of securing the modern enterprise. And the architectural frameworks they've uncovered about these network vulnerabilities, well, it isn't just surprising. It's something every executive literally needs to act on immediately. So here is our roadmap for today. Number 1, the hidden workforce. 2, a massive security blind spot. 3, the 45-to-1 scale. And finally, 4, the Citadel Identity360 solution. Okay, starting off with part 1, the hidden workforce. When we, as executives, think about identity and access management, we almost exclusively think about human employees, right? But there is this entirely different, unseen, automated layer executing thousands of tasks a second. We're talking about machine identities. These are automated actors used for things like data transfer. And here's the fatal mistake organizations make. They treat these things as simple background processes. They are absolutely not. They are privileged actors. They have keys, they have access, and they execute commands across your network with the exact same and sometimes even greater authority than your highest level human engineers. Which brings us to a rather uncomfortable question I want you to ask yourself right now. Do you actually know what your automated accounts are doing at this very second? Like if a security admin were to interrogate your network right now and ask one of these automated accounts, hey, who are you? What are you doing? Would you have a documented answer? And that leads us right into part 2, a massive security blind spot. For the vast majority of enterprises, the answer to that previous question is a terrifying no. If your security admins could somehow talk to a machine identity, they'd get back a rapid-fire list of total compliance nightmares. We're talking no complete traceability, since a lot of these were spun up during old IT integrations years ago. You've got accounts shared across teams with zero single-person accountability, meaning if something goes wrong, you literally have no idea whose door to knock on. There's no consolidated access history. And, perhaps most alarmingly, passwords are just set to never expire. Let's ground this in a real-world scenario straight from Astranova Labs research. Imagine a machine identity right now in your system. Its designated job is to transfer highly sensitive PCI data, payment card industry data, from your secure credit card repositories over to log repositories for fraud analysis. Now realize that this specific account moving your most highly regulated data has an unexpiring password, zero access history, and is completely unowned. That is the reality of the machine identity blind spot we're talking about. All right, part 3, the 45-to-1 scale. Look, a single unowned account moving PCI data is a crisis all on its own. But to understand the true enterprise-wide risk, you have to look at this number right here. 45. I really want that to sink in for a second. When a security admin discovers one rogue automated account, they aren't just finding an isolated incident. They are finding the very tip of a massive iceberg. Because for every single human identity in your organization, there are 45 machine identities. Just look at this contrast. Your one human employee is tightly governed, right? They go through HR, they pass a background check, they report to a single manager, and the minute they leave the company, their access is immediately revoked. But for that one tightly governed human, you have 45 machine identities that are untraceable, shared across departments, operating with unexpiring passwords, and just totally unmanaged. Do the math. If you have 1,000 employees, you have 45,000 mystery accounts running your background operations. It's the Wild West. So, how do we fix this? That brings us to part 4, the Citadel Identity360 solution. To actually tame this Wild West, we turn to the definitive solution developed by Astranova Labs, Citadel Identity360. Now, this isn't just another monitoring tool, it's a complete governance paradigm. It takes the exact same rigor and accountability that you already apply to your human workforce and applies it directly to your machine workforce. It brings immediate control and systematic order back to the enterprise. So, how exactly does Citadel Identity360 systematically govern these identities? Well, it executes 5 non-negotiable steps. Number 1, every single machine identity is mapped to a specific human owner. No more orphaned accounts, period. Number 2, it defines a strict purpose. The machine is only allowed to do what it was explicitly built to do. Number 3, it sets an access scope, which essentially limits the blast radius if an account ever gets compromised. Number 4, it establishes validity, making sure the account is actually still needed by the business. And number 5, it enforces a strict review cycle, so these accounts are audited exactly like human access. Take a look at this brilliant visual from Astranova Labs because it perfectly captures the entire narrative we've just walked through. Over on the left, you see the panicked security admin interrogating the system, discovering the Citadel Identity360 to take back control of it. Thank you so much for your time on this briefing.